EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package.
Here we go.
And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll be down, but not before they reach the 50. Line after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd down, here's Davis-Price. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault.
His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 30 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
On 2. Hey, can.
They'll run on first down. Kirkpatrick, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Here we go.
On play action, Lance. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Hand off right side, Davis Price. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the set.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Black shot.
Shotgun now for Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think you're in yourself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want them to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating him. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third down, Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we got a tie game here, a back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
On 2nd and 9. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Davis Price up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ready?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
On 2, ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go now.
Second down and goal. Lance. He's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ty Davis Price in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 18. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11.
They'll try the left side. Kirkpatrick. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
11 MT.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here we go. They gotta go, gotta go.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go,
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 39 yards. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here we go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right through.
The Lance going to throw. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm guessing you wouldn't have minded being a fly on the wall at halftime because they were struggling in that first half. Down double digits. Now they're right back in this thing. So whatever was said apparently worked.
And let's make sure, if we're going to be a fly on the wall, that we're high up on the wall, because I know I always talk about it being clinical at the half, you know, less emotion, more execution. But every now and then, this is an emotional game.
Sure.
Someone's got to come in and stir some things up, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a few benches got overturned and the halftime water ended up hitting the floor.
Well, whatever happened, it's working right now. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he'll find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Go. 11 empty.
On 1st down, Kirkpatrick. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line and free.
Now Burrow loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Kirkpatrick. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half. Maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know it's...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Being chased out left. Able to find Gray here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And some room to work. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown 49ers. Ty Davis-Price. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point safely through. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Bengals 42.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
On 1, ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Kirkpatrick, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
11.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick, a full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Lance. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Lance back to throw. Completes it to Samuel. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 42 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Davis Price. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the option right is Lance. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Lance looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact, well of time there, and now 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Folks in New York just going to wind up and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On one, ready?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
On the set.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Lance. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bengals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.